Now, between your last album and this one, it's been a couple of years. So, what's been going on for you, life in your personal life outside of the music?
Well, I took like 2.5 years off. I really just spent a lot of time with my kids and working on a new album. Got out of my last deal with Sony, finished up with them, signed a new deal with Warner Brothers. But I'm on my own label, Jesus Swings, distributed by Warner Brothers. So,
Cool. Now, it's no secret that in the past you served some prison time. How has that impacted your musical career and your career as a whole and shaped you as a man?
Again, I don't like to give credit to prison for what I'm doing now. I give credit in the fact that I had some time to really think over my situation. I got a chance to read a lot, and that gave me a lot of understanding. And I was already doing music, so it gave me the opportunity to put that understanding to song. I think that was the major part.
Okay. Now, you're one of the few artists that's really received good mainstream appeal, but you also have a message like in your music. I mean, what do you feel like is more important to you, like going mainstream or more of the message?
Definitely the message. You know what I'm saying? You want mainstream to be able to jump on the message. I think that's where I have most of my fan base is in the message. And I actually I can't think of one other person that's actually a mainstream artist that does what I does. They just always put out something positive. If you look back at my track record of all my singles, I've always put out something that was meaningful.
Definitely, yeah. That's what's up. So now you're based in Atlanta?
Yeah, I live in Atlanta.
But you're originally from New York?
I'm originally from Toledo, Ohio, and moved to New York.
Okay. What brought you down here to ATL?
I didn't want to raise my kids in New York, because it's really, really aggressive. I felt like the down south would give them a better personality as far as being caring individuals.
That's what's up. So let's talk about your new album, I Still Believe, and that's coming out
July 27th.
July 27th. All right. So what's been the process working on that?
It's so crazy because this album has actually, I thought was finished a year and a half ago, but then I just kept on writing, and from that date I actually turned my album in. The whole album is different except for maybe 1 or 2 songs, man. Just a lot of different inspirations from my kids and just what I was going through at the time.
Okay, that's what's up. So the single that's out right now is Busy. That was the first single.
Right.
You working on a video for that?
No, actually, Busy is over with.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We put that out to serve its purpose was to introduce me back into the market. Now we're going with the official first single, the real official first single, which is Statistics.
Okay. Now Statistics is a new joint. I just heard that one this morning, and like a lot of people, like you said, have been talking about it. Like, give me the story behind that. Like,
well, it's so many women that was talking about, how do I find a good man, and it's only this percentage of man out here. So I kind of just like laid out some statistics, data, you know what I'm saying, about men. I mean, but the moral of the story was that it's basically like about 10% of people in the world that you would actually be super happy with. And here's how you find them, and also here's how you keep them.
That's what's up. And it's like it's classic life. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just blunt. It's not dressed up and sugar coated. And I think that's what a lot of people are gonna really relate to about that song.
Yeah, I think I'm just blunt. I just don't know no other way to be.
Yeah.
Even on Bossa, it's a lot of flack. They just posted an interview today, and everybody mad because I said that I would wife a stripper. Right?
Okay.
All females is like, oh, yeah, idiot. Why would he say something like that? But in reality, that's just how I feel, man. I don't care if she's a stripper. I don't care if she's 300 pounds. I don't care if she's bald-headed. I don't care. Just somebody that compliments you. There's beauty in everybody, man. And everybody make mistakes, man. So, again, like when I'm talking about women, no matter what you do or who you are, if you compliment me and you good for me, I don't care what nobody say.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, I'm sure the ladies out there are glad to hear that.
I don't know, because on Bossa, they was going hard, like.
Word.
Right.
Speaking of Bossa, like, what is your relationship, if any, with bloggers, and how do you feel about bloggers in the music industry? There's been a lot of talk of that lately.
I really don't do it. I really don't do it. I don't respond to blogs. I think that a lot of times blogs are irresponsible. They print what they hear instead of calling and asking for a quote. And if God don't want to give you a quote, he don't want to give you a quote. I know that it's definitely they write and they business to report the news, but at the same time, I think that you should definitely get your glossary in order. make sure that you got the right information.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. So now on this album, let's get back to the album. It's going to be released on your label, Jesus Swings.
Jesus Swings.
Okay.
Warner Brothers, right?
Right. Who are your? Did you work with anybody as far as producers or other artists on the album?
Yeah, I actually work with a couple of different producers, which I don't usually do. Eric Hudson, who did Flashing Lights with Kanye, he got a crazy joint on there. Brian Michael Cox, we got a joint on there, which is actually the title track to the album, I Still Believe.
Okay.
Eric Hudson, well, not Eric Hudson, T Minus is another producer on there. He did Luda Drop It Low and a couple, he mainly a new cat, but he got 4 joints on my album, actually.
Okay.
And everything else was did by me.
Okay. So now, like, I know you mentioned Brian Michael Cox. He's big in R&B and with ballads and stuff like that. So I'm assuming that there's some balladry on this album as well.
Yeah. You know, my stuff is never like that club stuff.
Right.
That. You know, I actually did a couple songs with Brian, but I Still Believe to me was like the greatest one.
Okay.
You know, he a cool dude. You know.
That's what's up.
Focused.
Okay. So what drove you to start your own label, Jesus Swings?
Well, actually, I had been started the label. When I put out the song SEX, I had a young lady on there. Lala Brown, happy birthday to her. Today's her birthday, actually. She passed away, I think, about 2 years ago. 2 or 2.5 years ago. And she was actually the first person and last person actually signed to my label. And after she passed away, it just kind of was like my focus wasn't on the label anymore. And then after my situation with Sony ended, you know, I was like, well, let me just relive this and bring this back.
Yeah. Okay. And now, are you working on grooming any other artists to bring up on that label?
There's a couple other artists I'm looking at, you know, that I'm working with, you know, but nobody out locked in like I'm putting them out.
Okay. Cool. Now, on your last album, you had a song called "It's Real" that really touched on like the AIDS epidemic and things like that. How does that hit home for you?
You know what? Actually, I do a lot of work with like the CDC and going into different facilities, talking to the kids about, you know, safe sex and also about life after AIDS too. Though I don't have anybody personally, although I know people who I'm friend with that have contracted the virus, but I don't like have like family members or anything like that. I just think it's a great issue, and I think it's something everybody should partake in.
Okay. Any other like philanthropic efforts? I know you have a program called Stay Busy, Stay Out of Trouble.
Yeah, that was for the bit. I always connect something positive with, you know, whatever it is. The Stay Busy campaign, in which we go into Boys and Girls Club in high school. We did like 30 of them so far, man, and we just try to get them to clarify what they want to do with their summer. Because my summer is when I got 10 years in prison for having idle time. So we hooked them up with, you know, other local groups that if they want to go to, you know, summer camps or whatever, work or whatever it is, we put them together and let them get the information and just go ahead and lock it down before that day comes. That's
what's up. All right, now a lot of people are looking forward to Lyfe going on tour. You know, I've heard rave reviews of your shows. Unfortunately, I've never seen you live before.
Oh yeah, I go hard.
But are you planning a tour this summer?
Yeah, you know, the album come out again July 27th, and then right after that in August, the top of August, we go out on tour. Me, Anthony Hamilton, Raheem Devine, Kim, and Jaheim.
It's a hell of a lineup.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nice.
It's a good thing, you know.
Cool. So when your fans listen to this album, I Still Believe, what is it one thing or a couple things that you would want them to take away from it?
Well, one of the things, you know, is just that I still believe, like, you know, we definitely need to try to at some point get back to some of the basics. Quit texting so much and call people that you care about. You know, I know it's easier, but it's not always, you know, the brotherly thing to do. Also, you know, there's songs on there called Love, Love, Love. Like, you know, you seem like it's a woman, but you playing with her, but she would be my girl. But she loyal, she want to be with you, so she trying to make it work. And she like me too, but she loyal to you, so you really need to see that. And, you know, because if you don't want her, I'll take her.
I'll take your chick.
You know what I'm saying? I will. I'll take her. You know, and just that, you know, again, like, we can have success off of putting out positive stuff, man. Everybody think we can't, but hell, I'm doing all right.
I see.
I'm doing all right.
Cool. All right. Well, on behalf of Sound-Savvy and Suave Magazine, definitely appreciate you taking the time out to talk to our readers today, man. We wish you the best on your album.
All right. Thank you.
No problem.